Hi, I'm Jenny Pena, an 8th grade math teacher at Burnett Middle School in Austin ISD, and I am part of the 2016-2017 cohort for the Assistant Principal Pathway Academy. This is my executive leadership initiative in the form of a Pecha Kucha. I started out with my big dreams and plans for a project that would really turn around our campus, and I had lots and lots of steps and lots of ideas. The goal was based largely on anecdotal data that I had gathered with my grade level PLC, and we had determined that the need on our campus was to improve student discipline. Teachers were having a hard time with students acting out, and the solutions that they were coming up with were largely punitive. They had detentions, timeouts, and there was already discussion of long-term ISS and ALC and even safe schooling. This was early in the year, so I was very concerned. Around the same time, our communities and schools made a presentation that had some hard data. The zip code that surrounds our campus is the zip code with the highest domestic violence calls to police. Also, we have the largest number of CPS removals in the area. My work as a guardian ad litem with CASA of Travis County had given me some firsthand views of what chronic trauma can do to children and to families, and I knew that coping strategies often presented as undesirable behaviors. I was hoping through my project that I could work with teachers and provide professional development in a setting where we would use the program that was already on HCP with trauma-informed practices. I envisioned us getting together after school and discussing and debriefing, going through the training together, and really impacting our campus. I also had a component where students would be tracked and monitored. The high-need students would be receiving the support that they needed on our campus. It wasn't long before the tide of routines and deadlines and mandates began to take over, and my plan took a back burner. Teachers began to go into survival mode and basically act as an island unto themselves. This was the opposite of what I had envisioned. I knew we were all in this boat together, and I knew that teachers really wanted to help change the behavior in students, and they wanted to do so in a positive way. But just because you're on the same boat does not mean that you can always be together. People had full plates and full calendars, and it just really wasn't working out. I had to have faith that teachers were going to do the best that they could while I took another look at this project. And I know that teachers in middle school understand that you're basically building sandcastles on the edge of the beach where the tide is going to come wash it away, and you come back the next day and do it all over again. Einstein says this is insanity, but it's middle school. So I took a long look at what my project was trying to accomplish, and I had to really revamp some of my steps and focus on a smaller scale of intervention and try to make sure that I was meeting the needs of the project, but mostly meeting the needs of our campus and our vision. And then my principal, Mr. Barrera, came to me with a great idea. He was strategically complying with a district and state mandate to provide an advisory program on our campus, and he invited me to take the lead. This was the opportunity that I really needed. I was able to form a committee with a small group of interested teachers, and we came up with a strategy to provide some consistency and give teachers as well as students some accountability for what went on in the day-to-day operations of the advisory program. We had focal points such as stress management, mindfulness, conflict resolution, and it was all just in time because stress really started to set in. We had more changes and MOI and TELPAS and schedule changes again, and so there was a lot of stress, and it was important to have kindness and empathy lessons packaged for the needs of our campus as they arose. The teachers were able to take what lessons were put into each week's package and quickly and seamlessly put them into operation, and students seemed to enjoy it. I got a lot of positive feedback from teachers that would catch me in the hallway and say they were enjoying the lessons or how they had tweaked them, or they would give me suggestions for the following week. And I really began to feel like we were rowing in the same direction, which was really important for the success of our students and to get the success that we wanted. I learned also that when you're telling people what to do, though, your popularity does drop significantly. and this was just part and parcel of the experience. I knew that if I matched my vision with the vision of the campus and the district, that things were going to work out. I was fortunate also to have our academic dean, N.Scofield-Kennedy, support further by creating a captains group where she brought together other teacher leaders with me, and we began to find ways to support our teachers in implementing with fidelity the program for sailor success. We found that only 50% of the teachers were regularly putting the lessons on in practice. So this was another learning curve for me, trying to find a way to measure what you treasure but keep teachers accountable. And I'm reminded of the story of the starfish, where the little boy is throwing and flinging starfish into the ocean and is told by an old man, "You can't really make a difference to all these starfish." And the boy picks up one starfish and flings it and said, "I made a difference to that one." And so I had a really interesting experience as going through this executive leadership experience and feeling like I was actually leading from the middle and having the trust and support of my administration. That helped me to be the 360-degree leader that I wanted to be and to make some of the impact that I was hoping to make. I'm looking forward to next year. I know this year is coming to a close, and I would like to take this project forward and put it into practice next year, hopefully as an administrator on the Burnett Middle School campus. Go Sailors!